ever since the Pro League. Getting straight into the game. It's big on the CT side. mousesports is pick and Rops is right out the hut. Players down Secret. It's not a lower play though. That bomb is in the A site and Tizian is dropping in desperately. We know his pistols can be good, but not today. 2-on-3. Carrigan can cut down Searson, who's come up the vent, but he's only buying time for Chris J and the site, who gets one tap by Tabson. Carrigan now in the clutch. Bomb for him and he's got Tabson out of the round, but Searson swings the door back and Big find the retake. Already off to a splendid start. The pistol is theirs.
That it is. Pick up the first round of the game and try to get a trajectory going here that leads them to a W on at least Nuke, and then perhaps even their own map pick of Dust 2, and for a bit of attention there from the side of T-Red.
Chris J on the scout as well, right? With no Woxic in this team, we get to see some of the Chris Classic. We know what this scout has done in years gone by, and it's a pleasure to have it back in. But as soon as it's here, it's gone to the nade. Tabson dunks him down, and Searson will be traded. Eagle on top of Silo. BMS has picked up that scout in yard. Main smoke for Carrigan. Tabson can swing it, and Carrigan looking the wrong way. 4-on-3 for Big, dealing with his outside control well, cycling in players. Tabson does get tagged though. He's got another smoke at his feet. That's why he drops that one so quick. And mousesports, where do they really go from here?
Yeah, they don't really own anywhere on the map right now, right? They've got this scout outside, but it's not like BMAS is exactly carving a
play. Back in season 12 of Pro League, they won. The time before that was in Masters, the event that Big picked up, and when mousesports played their last officials with Woxic, and we know that those games didn't go too well for them. At times, Rops was even AWPing, and mousesports lost that game, but only just. I mean, you know, they had like an 11-4 Vertigo lead, and they dropped it. They were about to 2-0 the series. So, yeah, I mean, the officials have been okay for mousesports in recent times against their opponent of Big, but, you know, a lot goes on behind the scenes, a lot goes on in the practice as well. I imagine these teams take each other on fairly regularly, and Big are a team to be feared at best.
Well, it's kind of like we were talking to Evil Geniuses yesterday, and, you know, how much they scrim against a team like Liquid. And there is a point where you don't want to play certain teams, especially when you have to look forward to the matchups between them.
I like these wide smokes, mousesports. He has no idea, but he sees them cross into the garage. That's info now for Big, and mousesports don't know that Big have this information. They think they're being sneaky and cheeky. They're not going to make that mistake with all the information. Searson scoped up on it. Tabson did call it to his teammate, and now Big a man up as mousesports try and wrap this. Might have been a 1 round for Chris. That might have been a 1-on-5 with only a single kill. That got pretty damn close. No kit there on that retake, but yeah, it's a round nonetheless. Big are going to be happy with that, and great concede at the outside position there. Too many teams, you know, double down when they see their opponents take yard and try and fight for it. Big just give it up. They go, it's fine. You've got to come to a bomb site event.
Well, swipe Tabson out of the round. He's now also left in this very, very tricky clutch. They're all over.
See, they're already set up like this. Antares is watching Heaven from the CT vent, so he has his teammate swing. And with 2 on the bomb site, this should be fine for Big. Robs is going for what you wanted, Harry. The full wrap round to Heaven. Going to take the ladder instead. Oh, is he really going ramp? I mean, yeah, finally taking the ladder. Looking at hell, but not going to commit to it. 25 on the clock. Tizian's tucked down behind the box. Robs can't see him. He's got to clear Antares first. Oh, nice shot. Players below him. Searson's tucked. And Tizian is going to trade in the one-on-one. Searson gets tapped, man. But it's still around for Big.
Scary stuff.
NT.
I do really love this this Big squad though. I think one of my favorite things about it is this idea that like Tabson for the longest time was kind of like head and shoulders above anyone else in the German scene, right? And he always rings up the goods. Now Carrigan does get across into Secret. Rops has been boosted with this scout. Searson, the man that we were just talking about here with the AWP towards CT, moves into Hell to try and keep some wraps on outside. Big, once again, just kind of conceding territory, waiting for these sightlines to open up and for these choice players to get given engagements. And there's one of them. Searson holding Tabson, dealing with Carrigan down through Secret. And Mouse, their numbers are already dwindling. How do we turn that against them? How do we turn their research into a problem? Bit of spam on that smoke. Frozen will slowly begin his journey by it. Actually deciding against it with a main smoke getting thrown in from Carrigan.
I think it's an NL.
Oh, I hear typing.
Yeah.
You might be right.
No damage has been done as far as I'm aware, so things should just be good for a reset round here, assuming that's the case. And they're rolling round and looking to cut off rotates here. Big can take the vent instead because tabseN has this position. Tizian very loud on his drop with k1to, and the retake is on for Big.
And they're trying to get stuck in quickly. Frozen's holding this little gap in the door and was hoping that Carrigan was going to come in to help out. Chris J missed shot on the scout, and again, not given a third chance. It's left to Rops, who's up on top of the silo, pressured from seemingly everywhere.
A mad lad.
He was even getting spammed from k1to in towards like decon door. Everything was very, very confusing for Rops there. Like, didn't really know where he's getting shot from.
Everywhere. Great reaction for Big as well, right? And often in many of these rounds, they've lost control and they've just adopted a quick lobby take. In that round, they just drop B immediately. tabseN gets a lot of room in secret, and so he knows that they can come down the vent side, and that's a big problem for mousesports. They're hoping the Big rotates secret because Chris has that lurk outside with the scout, but Big already have the control down lower. Incredible. There's no stopping tabseN. And of course, a strong lower hold from XANTARES. What else would you expect?
It's a pretty good start for Big on the map pick of mousesports. A little bit of a sigh of relief as to how this half has gone thus far. Carrigan, on the other hand, foreheading.
Where do we go from here? mousesports need these last 3 rounds if they want to have a decent T side. Frozen is at least open. Aggress and take the lobby, but right now they're not doing it. And tabseN has spotted a lurker behind these smokes as well, or in front of them rather. Carrigan finally making his way outside. mousesports, they've had nothing given to them in the lobby. They're spamming the smokes. They're going to take ramp instead. CSGO was hit with the AWP, but he's double.
Horrible NUKE for always being the last guy surviving in these horrific situations. k1to gonna mop it up with 3, and Big reach double digits. No mistakes this time around, right? That is a very, very good round from Big. tabseN with the immediate rotate in through ramp. Yeah, only gets away with like 1.5 kills, but brings Chris J down so low and denies like 2 players being able to play a crossfire around that bomb to apply any more pressure. That's a very big kill that comes in. And the fact that Frozen, the only guy with any HP, is just dropped immediately on the rotate. Like, even though there are players in B getting that bomb down, they still don't believe that lobby is entirely clear.
And that's one entire factor of the CT side. Big haven't fought.
Able to stifle Big in that pistol. Put a 5th on the board and get mousesports off to a good start here in the second half.
Bomb is again waiting ramp for Big. Like, as the pistol went, trying to feign this outside control, crunching ramp. mousesports had 2 players there last round. Similar story, Chris 1. They're looking to wrap A again. k1to dropped in main. They're coming from heaven. tabseN missed shot, but he responds the second time around, much as XANTARES did. Big, never giving up, never going down, and now mousesports left in a 2-on-4. That force might be everything for Big.
Oh boy.
It's all on the in-game leader. 1-on-4.
They're going for it. They're hunting down Carrigan.
They gotta go. Oh no, XANTARES has a flag.
Carrigan, a lot of work to be done there. Just wasn't meant to be. mousesports getting their roll slowed.
And this is just desperate, right? Like, you're going to get 1 buy round if you're mousesports at 14-5. And that's all you've got to showcase your NUKE CT side. They needed the pistol. They needed the conversions.
They're saving strats, Hugo. That's the only logical explanation for what you're witnessing.
Yeah, I'm not sure if that's the case. Chris said he had a good feeling about this matchup, but right now, Big, don't care how you feel. Chris, it's true, he thinks, and well, sometimes it's not. Nonetheless, man, this one's a roller coaster right now. mousesports with a pistol, Big pick up a deagle force. mousesports do it right back to him with the hunt in secret, and now they've bought themselves another, I guess you could call it a rifle round if you class FAMASs as rifles. I guess you should, but also FAMASs. Big have got an AK as well. They're not sleeping. They've got the lead to play with. They've got a huge buffer. Frozen in the smoke outside. Bigger just walking by. Citizen scoped. Frozen knows there's at least something here. He's checking deep, but he should be looking shallow. They've already crossed the secret, and he's got one. Does he know about the entourage of T's down in B's? And Torres shows the bomb, and Frozen with a Molotov keeps Big trapped.
Yeah, just stuck.